It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Buxton Brewery, and it's in Tesco with Brithop Brewing Limited. There we go. That looks pretty decent, doesn't it? And it's called Girl from Mars. I love a bit of David Bowie. Although that's life on Mars, isn't it? This is a session IPA. Coming in at 4.4% ABV. There's a look at the label. I think it looks really cool. And I think it's a step change for Buxton. Buxton's labels, first and foremost, I don't think labels make much of a difference to me as long as the brewery's got a fantastic reputation. If the brewery's got a fantastic reputation, then I don't really care what the label looks like. I'll see it's from Buxton. If it's Axe Edge, they're Axe Edge, incredible beer. If it's their Axe Edge, I'll pick it up and buy it. It could be smeared in all sorts of stuff on the label, and I would still pick it up because it's Buxton Brewery's Axe Edge or their Kingslayer or something like that. But this is a definite step change from Buxton. This is funky, it's different, it's jumping out at you from the supermarket shelf, and maybe in a very competitive beer market, Buxton Brewery feel like that they need to maybe ramp things up a little bit, maybe add a lot of colour to their cans. And that's exactly what they've done here with this. It was £3.50 in my local Tesco. It's a new beer in Tesco. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. So being a session New England IPA, is looking exactly how I would expect it to look. Hazy, cloudy, straw coloured. Exactly what it's meant to look like. It's got a lovely fluffy 2 to 3 finger white head, good levels of carbonation as the beer rolls up the glass there. Carbonation's quite equal, very small. Yeah, it's a very well behaved, exactly what a New England IPA should look like. But I tell you what I have noticed in the second half of 2023, I've noticed a lot less New England IPA. Finally, after many years, probably 6, 7 years, this beer style seems to be running out of steam. It's like everybody's New England IPA'd out. They're kind of like not done with the style. It's an incredible style when done well. But what I find with New England IPA is that if brewed right, then there's a number of breweries who could produce a very, very similar beer. And everything, for me, on a personal level, got a bit kind of samey with New England IPA. It's very good, it's very drinkable. It's yes, sit in the garden in the sunshine, beautiful, perfect. Drink it in the beer garden, drink it in your pub, fantastic. But there was no real... It all become very samey. Even if you stepped up to like the top tier of brewing, your Verdants, your Cloudwaters, your Pollies. I think I don't know the brewery. I can't remember the name. But anyway, when you step up to that, even when you stepped up to that kind of top tier of the Ferraris of the brewing world, of the New England IPAs, even their beers, you could have one beer from one or another, and it would all be kind of top tier brewing New England IPA, but it would all be a bit samey. It would all be super luscious, super smashable hoppy beer. Let's get the aroma on this beer then. I feel like I banged on a bit too much here. Yeah, I'm just kind of reiterating my point, putting my nose into the beer. It's just very soft, very pillowy. Bit of pineapple, grapefruit, orange peel, peach, mangoes, passion fruit. Little bit of sweet malt. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. That's very peachy. Really peachy. Like peach fruit juice. Really soft, really drinkable, really smashable. Tastes like peach. Not much in the way of sweet malt. Not much in the way of any bitterness. If you love New England IPA, if you love this style of beer, if you still haven't kind of had your fill with New England IPA, then this session New England IPA at 4.8% ABV will tickle your taste buds. It will kind of hit you nicely. You'll enjoy it. You will enjoy it. That's the word. You'll enjoy it. There's no off flavours. There's nothing really. It's a juicy, peachy, slightly bitter, very refreshing alcoholic drink. It's and this is my. I think this is why, on a personal level, I've gone over to drinking a lot of German lager. Because German lager is a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper, and it does that very same thing of being really refreshing, really crisp. Now, German lager is crisper than New England IPA. It's definitely got that kind of lovely crisper feel to it. Drink a lot of Weiss beer, does the same thing. Weiss beer is cloudy, Weiss beer has a head. You know, the Germans have been doing this type of thing for many, many hundreds of years, thousands of years. And I suppose where the question is, and this is where I'm going to kind of finish the review. £3 to £3.50 a can in Tesco for something juicy, something refreshing, something drinkable. German lager in the same supermarket, like 4 for £3, 3 for a £5. It's super drinkable, it's super refreshing, it's super crispy. It's doing the same thing. It's doing exactly the same thing, but for a lot cheaper. And I think that's where I am. I think I've moved away on a personal level from the cans of craft beer over to, like, you can have more or less a very similar experience in beer. Crisp, refreshing, alcoholic drink, but for a lot cheaper. And that's where I lie now. That's where I sit. That's where I lie. That's where I'm happy. I'm coming towards the end of this year's autumn release of supermarket craft beer. I've done all the Morrisons, I've done all the Asda, I've done all the Sainsbury's. Just finishing up, I got one more can of beer to go, and that's the double Tonka Frap from Vocation. That's probably it. They're going to be concentrating on their Christmas lines after this. And I just felt like for the whole time I've stood here and moaned. I just felt like I've stood here in this autumn release and I've given you my honest opinion, but I just feel like it's been a bit moany. It's been a bit... I'm giving you my honest opinion, and my honest opinion is, on a personal level, I'm not going to spend £3 or £3.50 on any of the season, this season's release of supermarket canned craft beer in the supermarket, because I just don't see any value for money in it. It's all right. I think where I would sit with this, I would rather go to a bottle shop. I'd rather spend 20 quid more on my evenings drinking and drink superb New England IPA or superb Russian Imperial Stout. And then if I want to drink supermarket beer, I'm just going to buy German lager. So rating for this, £3 or £3.50 a can, depending whether you've got a club card, all of that kind of nonsense. It's another supermarket quality New England IPA. It's just okay. It's just okay. It's a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.